All right, so the first piece of equipment we're going to need is your box. So either you've got a stool or a stack of books, and I'm using a box today. So shoes and AFOs all on. I'm gonna have another little look. Hello, Louis and Ava. Hello, I'm so glad to have you joining us, and I hope you really enjoy it today. Eliza, oh, I'm glad you're so excited, Eliza. Very nice to see you. Okay, I hope we're all ready. So shoes and AFOs on, and you need your box, and we're going to have this right in the middle of the room to start with, and you might need a dining chair to hold on to. If you walk with a K-walker or with adult support, we're going to have mum and dad helping you, or you can use your sticks for this one. So to start off with, we are superheroes, so we need to do a superhero pose. All right, so I've got B helping me out here today. And we're all going to join in and do a Superman pose for this one. So we've got our shoes and AFOs on, and we're going to stand up, and you can have a chair to the side of you to hold on to, or you can have your sticks or mum and dad helping you. We're going to put one foot up in front and one foot down to the side. So this foot in front needs to be a little bit more to the side and further in front, knee at a 90-degree angle, and your foot up there, and we're going to bring this leg down nice and straight. So you want to bring your knee back and tuck your bottom in. I'm going to put B sideways so you can all see. So we don't want to be like this. We want to be up, tuck your bottom in, bring your knee back, and all together we're going to do a Superwoman or Superman pose, and we're going to lift one arm up in the air and help your child stand up at their hips and holding on with one hand, and the other hand is going to go up, and we're going to shout Superman, Superwoman, and see if you can really, really squeeze those bottom muscles in, squeeze those those thigh muscles in, and see if you can stay up as tall as you can, holding on if you need to. I'm way too hot in my Superwoman cape. I'm going to have to get rid of that. Well done, everyone. You're doing a really, really good job, and we're going to hold it, and mum and dad, see if you can let go a little bit if you can. Remember, tuck that bottom in, keep up nice and tall, and we're going to count to 10 and go Superwoman or Superman. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep that leg back, keep that bottom in. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Everyone put your arm up. Superwoman! Are we ready to save the day? We definitely are. I hope you guys are. And this time, hello Ola, nice to see you. Nice to have you join us.
And hi from Subash.
Hello Subash. I hope you enjoy the session today. And this time we're going to swap legs. So we're going to bring the box to the other side. I'm going to keep B here again so you can all see. And we're going to stand up nice and tall, and then one foot in front, ready for another superhero pose. So this foot needs to be slightly in front, knee bent at 90 degrees and hip bent, and this leg is going to be taking all the weight. So tuck that bottom in and bring that knee back. Try and straighten that knee as much as you can. Mum and dad, you can help at knees and hips, and hold on to a dining chair if you need to. And squeeze that bottom right in, and we're going to hold it there. I hope you're all ready to save the world today. And we're going to hold it for 10, so really keep squeezing those muscles and that tummy in. We're going to go 1, 2, and we're all going to shout at the end. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and lift one hand up, the one that's not holding on. Superwoman, Superman, yay, very good. And come down into standing. Oh, and you can have a rest. That was hard work. So sit down for a minute and have a rest. You can sit on the floor or on your bench or chair, and we can get rid of our books. Don't need them anymore, or our box. Now for this next one, while you're having a little rest, you can either use a therapy roll if you have one, or a peanut ball, or something that you use to straddle sit on. Some of you might have one of those iJoys, you can use that. We are going to use some stacked up cushions. If you're using cushions, depending on the size of your child, you want them to be quite big. So this will not quite be big enough for me. This will be big enough for B. So you want your child to be able to sit on it like a bench. So the same height as your therapy bench or your gym ball or anything like that. So you can use more cushions or less cushions or whatever you need to do. We're going to use 2, and we need to warm up for all of our superhero activities. So we're going to be stretching our hip muscles. Now for this one you need your people or your animals. We've got animals. I couldn't find any people. And with all of your people or animals, you want them on the floor next to your stack of cushions or your peanut ball. And to make this a little bit easier, you can use a coffee table, or mum and dad can help lift them up a little bit higher. So we'll start with them on the floor, and you're going to help your child sit on here. I'm going to bring B onto my lap, and we're going to bring one leg over, and you do it how you normally do it, and we're just going to shuffle you on with your hips. Now, when you're sitting down, you want to make sure that your feet are nice and flat on the floor. So not behind, not on your toes, not in front, not on your heels, flat on the floor, and with your knees at 90 degrees if possible. I mean, we've all got different size straddle, different size rolls and different size cushions, but you just need to make sure those feet are flat on the floor. Okay? I'm going to wait for you all to get in the right position while I'm going to tell you what we are doing next. Okay? So at the moment, don't do it together, I'm just explaining to you. So we've got your people on one side, and you can bring them up a little bit higher on a cushion or on a coffee table or whatever equipment you have. We're going to use a cushion. So you probably want them at about knee height, or if you want a super challenge, you can have them a little bit lower at your ankle or at your foot or even on the floor. Okay, so we've got people here, and we are going to save all of these people because we're all superheroes, okay? So these superheroes, we're superheroes, these people are in a burning house, and we need to take all the people one by one and save them and put them on this side, okay? So we're going to stretch our hips at the same time. So you want to help your child stretch their hips by just gently pulling a little stretch at above their knees here. Now don't push past resistance. You should just feel a stretch here. Remember, these muscles are really sensitive, so go nice and gently, and we don't want knees together and feet out. We want knees apart to get that hip stretch. Now, if you can only get them apart a little bit, that's absolutely fine. You can do that, or if you can go further, that's fine. But remember, we're going to stretch from above the knees, okay? You should feel a bit of a stretch, but not painful. And we're going to all together, when you're ready, I'll give you a bit longer to get ready. And when we're ready, not yet, we're going to lean forward with our hips. See if we can pick up one person, come back, we're going to pass it to the other side, and then lean forwards again and put them into safety or mum and dad's hands, or you can drop them on the floor in the nice safe part because they're really scared at the moment, okay? Right, so when everyone is in position, remember feet flat on the floor, a little bit of a hip stretch here, coming out from the hips and not the legs down here. And all together, we're going to lean forward from your hips, keeping your back nice and straight. We're going to reach forward and we're going to get somebody to save. We've got a hedgehog, and come up again and pass it to the other hand and lean forwards with your hips and put them into safety. Well done. One person saved. Brilliant. Okay, and all together, we're going to lean forward with our hips and we're going to pick up the next one. We've got another hedgehog, and back up again in the middle and cross it to the other hand and lean forward with your hips and put them into safety. We've saved someone else. Well done. You're doing a really good job, everyone. Okay, are we ready for the next one? So we're going to lean forward with your hips. Keep those knees out. Remember, if your knees come together, try and just put a little bit of pressure on. Keep those hips out. Lean forwards. Pick up the next one. come all the way back up. Well done, you're doing a really good job. And pass it over. We've got a little piggy. And all together, lean forwards at your hips and put piggy into safety. Oh, and up. Well done. Really, really, really good work. Right, now your hips should be nice and warm. So we're going to see if we can give a little bit more of a stretch. So just above the knees, and remember, don't push through any resistance. You should feel a stretch. Superheroes have to stretch all of their muscles so they can do all of their amazing superpowers. And see if you can get them a little bit further apart. And all together, we're going to do 5 more. So if you don't have enough people, maybe you can just recycle them back into the burning building. Right, are you ready? We're going to all come together and save these people. So bending from the hips, back nice and straight, pick up a person, and all the way back up. Well done, really good job. And pass it to the other side. And bend forwards at those hips again, very good. And quick, put it into safety. Oh, well done, really, really good job. And again, we're gonna lean forward with those hips. Pick up the next one, very good. And up again, and pass it into the other hand. And bring it down and lean forward, back into safety. Well done, really, really good. Such a good job. And again, if you can get those hips a little bit wider apart for a nice stretch, so above the knee, don't push through any resistance. Your legs should be nice and warm and stretchy now. And leaning forward from your hips and pick up at a person and back up again. And pass it over and lean forward from your hips and down into safety. Really, really, really good job. I'm going to give you a few more minutes in case anyone is behind. Well done. Hello, anyone new who's joined us? Okay, ready for the next one? So we're going to do 3 more. So if you've got more than 3 people, then you can take 2 at once, okay? So we're going to lean forward from your hips. And pick up a person, very good, and back up in the middle, and cross it over your hands, and lean forwards at your hips, and put it into safety. Well done, we have saved so many people, well done. And 2 more, we're so nearly there, we've nearly saved a whole building of burning people. And forwards at the hips, and pick up the next people, and back up, cross it over into the other hand, and we're going to lean forwards and put them into safety. Very good. And up again. And last one, well done. And this time, everyone is going to cheer for us. So we're going to count to 10, and then we're going to put it into safety, and everyone's going to go, whoa, well done. So we're going to lean forward from your hips, and pick up the last person or people, and up. We're going to cross it over to the other hand, and we're going to lean forwards and all count to 10. You're going to bend forwards at your hips. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And back up. Well done. Really, really, really good work. I hope your legs are all nice and warmed up and stretched now for the rest of our session. So you can come off of here and have a sit down, have a little rest while I tell you what's next, and we can get rid of the cushions. And move your people out the way who are all really, really, really happy now. Okay, now superheroes need to warm up all of their muscles. So the next thing we're going to warm up is our hamstrings. So you need to sit on a therapy bench or a chair or a box or whatever you normally sit on to practice your sitting balance. You can use a footstool if you don't have any, or you can sit on the edge of the sofa. That's absolutely fine as well. Now, if you're sitting on the sofa, just going to show you here. So you want to sit right on the edge so that you can sit up with a nice tall back. So I'm afraid we're not going to be doing any relaxing like this, not yet, because we are superheroes in training. So sitting on the edge of the sofa with a nice straight back up here. And then you need your footstool or your other chair in front of you. And I'm going to get a footstool for this one. So I'll just give you all a little bit of time. And I'm going to join in this one. I need to stretch my hamstrings. Okay, so I'm going to have a little look. Hello, Lindsay and Toby. Nice to have you joining us today. Hello, Rachel. Okay, right, so is everyone ready sitting on their chairs? I'm sitting on my sofa chair, so we're going to sit right on the end of the sofa or on your therapy bench. You want your back up nice and straight, and we're going to put one leg up on the footstool and keep the other one bent. And it's really, really important to stay up nice and straight here. So if you're coming back like this, then you can just bend your knee a little bit more, okay? So keep that back nice and straight, and we're just going to get your leg as straight as it goes. If it doesn't go all the way straight, that's absolutely fine. And you want your toes pointing up towards the ceiling. So not this and not this, toe pointing up, okay? Now you should feel a stretch under your knee. And if you don't, then you can just push your leg a little bit straighter. And mum and dad can help by pushing above your knee, not on your knee. And then you superheroes can lean forward a little bit. So we're not leaning forward like this. We're sitting up tall and we're leaning forward from our hips. And we're all going to hold this stretch together. So I'll give you a little bit more time just to get in the right position. And just a reminder, toes pointing up. Sitting up as straight as you can, which is really, really tricky. So don't worry if it's hard for you. And if your knee is bent, that's absolutely fine. But just make sure those toes are pointing up. And mum and dad can help by putting a little bit of pressure on the knee. And if you can, you're just going to lean forwards. And we're going to hold this for 30 seconds all together to get our hamstrings nice and warm. So you're going to lean forwards from your hips and we're going to hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Remember, keep that back up nice and straight. 12, 13, 14. And if you can, push that knee down a little bit more now that it's nice and straight, and lean forward a little bit more. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, nearly there, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Oh, well done, really good. I bet you've all got really, really tight hamstrings now. That you feel a little bit of a stretch when you do that for that long. Okay, so ready for the next one. We're going to swap legs. And same thing again. So while you're doing it, just a reminder, try and sit up as straight as you can and bring your leg up in front of you with your toes pointing upwards, not out to the side, not into the middle, toes pointing up. If your knee is very bent, that's absolutely fine, as long as you can feel that stretch under your hamstring. And when we lean forwards, if you can, it's a really tricky one, you're going to lean from your hips, keeping your back straight. So we're not going to slouch forwards, we're just going to lean from your hips, and you should feel a stretch under your hamstring, okay? Right, are we all ready? Okay, and we're going to lean forwards from your hips and stretch out your hamstrings, and mum and dad can help to apply a little bit of pressure above the knee. We're all going to count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Mum and dad, push down a little bit more if you can on the knee and lean forwards a bit more from your hips. Now it should be nice and warm. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Wow, well done. Right, really, really good job, everyone. So the next one, we're going to stay sitting, so on your therapy bench or your stool, and we're going to move the front one a little bit further away, ask mum and dad to help you. And we are going to have all of your animals or your people figures on your stool, okay? Or your dining chair. Okay, right, so you need to be able to reach the stool still with your foot when it kicks up. So if you have your leg completely extended, you need to be able to reach the stool, but we're not putting it on the stool. So you're going to put all of your animals up here. And this one is an exercise for our quads or our thighs. And these need to be really nice and strong for all of our superhero activities like flying and climbing and walking. Okay, now this activity, we're not going to do it together yet. I'm just going to wait for you all to get in the right position, and I'm just going to give you some instructions. So you're going to be sitting on your chair or your therapy bench, and we're going to come up. All of these people are stranded on a really, really tall building, and we need to help them get off. So we need to reach them with our feet, okay? So we're going to do a kicking movement, which is bringing your leg up as high as you can, like this, to come up and reach the people and save them, okay? So mum and dad, you need to make sure that your child's upper leg stays still. So sometimes it's really hard and you might want to do this movement and lift your hip up, but we don't want that. We're going to be moving from your knee only, okay? So this muscle here, you need to be squeezing your knee in and bringing your foot out in a kicking movement. And again, that can be really hard, and you might want to do this, and you might want to move your tummy. We will need to make sure your tummy stays nice and tight, nice and still, your knee stays still, and you just bring your foot out, okay? So if your animals are a little bit high, because this is tricky, then bring them down onto a cushion or something that's very small, like a box or a stool or the stack of books that we used earlier, okay? So I'm going to give you a little bit of time to get in the right position, and we've still got shoes and AFOs on at the moment. You're doing a really, really good job. Okay. All right, so when everyone is ready, we're going to start with our right leg. We're going to keep that knee nice and still, and we're going to see if we can come up and reach the people, touch the people, and down. Well done. Really good. Okay, this time we're going to keep with the right leg first. Excuse me. So right leg first, we're going to do 10. See if we can save all 10 people with this one. So keep your knees still. We're going to come up and touch the people and down. Well done. And up and down. Very, very good. Doing a really, really good job. Keep that knee nice and still. And bring your foot up and kick and down. Very, very good, everyone. I think your people are feeling much happier now they can see that you're coming to save them. And knee still, foot up and down. Very, very good. And try to do it nice and slowly, especially on the way down. You might want to just drop your foot down, but your foot is like a crane saving these people. So the crane can't drop to the floor. You've got to bring it down nice and slowly with lots of control, okay? So slowly, slowly up, touch the people, and slowly, slowly, slowly down. Remember to squeeze your tummy in, keep sitting up straight. You're all doing such a good job, well done. And bring your foot up and touch, and back down again. And bring your foot up and touch, back down again. Well done, we've got 3 more, keep going. And bring that foot up and down again. And this is really, really good muscle to strengthen, ready for climbing, because I think Superman and Superwoman do lots of climbing. So we're going to do 3 more. Keep that knee still, up and down. And again, up, touch the people, and slowly, slowly down. Remember to do it really slow. And last one, bring it up and down. Right, and this time we're just going to count to 5 when we bring it up, so all the people can see you. So we're going to do 1 more on this one, and we're going to count to 5 all together, and then slowly bring it down. So last one, all the way up, hold it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and slowly down. Wow, well done. That's really, really tricky for your thigh muscles. Okay, have a little bit of a rest. You're doing so well. Wow, we've got so many people joining us. Nice to see you all. Okay, right, now when you're ready, we're going to swap legs and do the same on the other one. So all your people up there, they're waiting for this crane to come and save them. It's really important to warm up these muscles ready for your superhero activities. So remember, we're going to keep your knees still. We're not kicking from your hip, we're kicking from your foot. And we're going to bring your foot up and touch and back down again. Well done, really tricky, but you're doing really good. And bring it up and touch and back down again. Well done. And again, up and touch. These people are feeling very safe. And down again. Really, really, really good job. And up, touch, back down again. Well done. They're feeling really safe. That's it. Remember to go down slowly with lots and lots of control. Don't drop your foot down. Really tricky. Only superheroes can do this. And up and back down again. And we've got 3 more. Squeeze that tummy in. Try and sit up straight. Don't move your trunk to the side. Keep in the middle. Probably getting a bit tired now, but that's okay. So am I. 2 more. And up and tap and slowly back down again. And last one, and we're all going to count to 5 at the top and hold it there with your really super strong legs. Bring it up and hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, I had to drop my leg before then. My leg was too tired. Well done, everyone. Really, really good job. Right, so we're going to put our animals away, or people. I've got lots of nice animals here. See, got hedgehogs and squirrels and piggies and some toadstools as well. Okay, now if everyone can take their shoes and AFOs off, ready for the next activity. And you can move your footstool out the way, we won't be needing this anymore. I'm going to take B's shoes off. Wow, are you all feeling like superheroes? I definitely am, although my cape is not on at the moment. Maybe I should put it back on. Definitely not feeling like a superhero in this outfit. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's better now. I feel like Superwoman. Right. Now the next thing we're going to do, I'm going to give you some time while you're taking your shoes and AFOs off, and I'm going to just explain what we're doing. So we have got to the roof of a building, and we're going to be climbing up across the roof of the building, but we need to stay down low to make sure nobody sees us, okay? Superheroes have to hide and they have to be quiet as well as working really hard. So we're going to start with lying on your tummy on the carpet or somewhere comfortable, and we're going to do some climbing movements on your tummy. So I'm going to show you first and then you can join in afterwards. We're going to lift up one arm and one leg, the opposite leg, and then we're going to switch around in a climbing movement. I'm just going to make sure everyone can see. Here we go, that's a better position. So for this one, you need to really, really squeeze your tummy in, and we're going to see if we can bring up one leg and one arm to climb, and then back down again. So one arm, one leg, and down, and the other arm and the other leg, and down in a climbing movement. Now I'm going to show you myself as well. So I have to take my superhero cape off for this one so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to be lying on the floor. Make sure you can all see me. Probably here. Okay, so lying on the floor, and we're going to be lifting our right leg and our left arm and down, and then the opposite way, and squeezing in your tummy and climbing along the roof. And remember to be really, really quiet because we don't want anyone to see us, okay? So you're going to squeeze in those tummy muscles and lift up those arms and legs off the floor. And this is really good for those back muscles at the back to help you sit up with a nice straight posture, and really good for all of your tummy muscles, important for those superhero powers, okay? So I'm going to bring B down onto the floor again, and all together. Oh, how long is this building? Wow, it's so long. I think we need to do about 20 climbs to get all the way across to where we need to get to, okay? And then we're going to save some more people because we're all superheroes, okay? So all ready, when you're on the floor, we're going to start with your right arm and your left leg, and we're going to come up and bring them down again. And the other one, and 2, and slowly bring them down again. And the other one, 3. You're doing really, really good. We've come so far already. And the other one, 4. And the other one, 5. Well done. Really, really good. Squeeze those tummy muscles in and squeeze those shoulder blades together to bring your hands up off the floor. Good climbing. You're doing a really good job. 6. And 7, really good climbing. 8, we're nearly along the top of the roof. Keep it going, superheroes. 9, 10, 11, really good, we're over halfway, well done. 12, 13, 14, squeeze that tummy together, squeeze those shoulder blades. 15, 16, wow, we're so nearly there. I can see those people we're going to save. 17, 18, 19, and 20. Wow, and we're there, you made it. Well done, superheroes. Right, for this next one, it's stay on your tummy and have a rest while I tell Mum and Dad what we're going to do, because that was really, really hard work and I'm sure you're super tired. So you rest for a minute and I'm going to tell Mum and Dad. So you need your footstool or a coffee table. We're going to use the coffee table. If you have a wedge that you normally use for therapy or for tummy time, go and get the wedge. Or otherwise we're going to stack up some cushions, or you can use a rolled up towel or just one cushion under the tummy, depending on what your child normally uses. I'm going to give you a minute or so because I didn't write that on the equipment list. I apologise for that. We're going to use some cushions and you're going to stack them up in a wedge kind of shape. And you need to stack it up in front of the coffee table or the footstool. We are going to be using our coffee table, so I'm going to bring that around a little bit. There we go. And on the coffee table, you need all of your people. So we've got our animals. And you're going to stack these up in a wedge shape, so like this. Or lots of you might just need one cushion under your tummy. These need to be probably a little bit lower than this, so maybe on a cushion, depending on what your child can do, or you can just help them. So when you're ready, so again, just have a rest for now and just watch me. We're going to be lying on your tummy on the wedge or on the cushion. And we're going to be saving all of your people from this top of this hard building and bringing them to safety on the floor. So to do this, you can lift one hand up and get a person and bring it down and really squeeze those shoulder blades in. Or if you want a super, super challenge, try to bring 2 arms up together, pick up a person and bring them down to safety, okay? If you're doing one arm, then you want to do one and then the other and do it alternately. So remember, squeeze your tummy in, squeeze your back together, and we're going to be bringing our backs and strengthening all of these muscles back here, okay? So are we ready to do some more saving people? When you're all ready, I'll give you a little bit more time. So lying on your front on the wedge, and you want the wedge to end at your child's chest, so your arms are nice and free to move. So not like this, because then your child can't move their arms, okay? You're doing really, really well, everyone. Such a good job. Okay, right, are we all ready? So after 3 all together, we're going to bring either 2 hands up and pick up a person and bring them down into safety, or we're going to start with 1 hand, okay? Now, if you're nearly doing 2 hands, you bring up 1 hand, mum or dad help you with the other hand, okay? B's going to do it with 1 hand. So all together, we're going to squeeze our back in, bring our head and our back up, pick up a person from this really, really tall building and bring them down into safety. They are so happy that you saved them. Well done, superhero. Right, now we're going to swap hands or try 2 again together for a super challenge. And you want to bring your back up as well as your hands, squeeze that back in together and pick up a person and again bring them to safety. Oh, well done. Really, really good job. Okay. And now the other hand again, so squeeze that back together, bring your back up and your hand, pick up a person. Oh, they're so happy. And save them back down on the floor. Well done. Okay, and now your other hand. So bring your back up and your head and your neck and your arm and reach a person from the really tall building. Oh, and bring them to safety. Well done. And your other hand, we're going to bring up your hand and bring your back and your head up and pick up a person. Very, very good. And slowly bring them to the floor to safety. Wow, look at all these people we're saving. Such a good job, everyone. Keep up the good work. Okay, and then the other hand, and we're going to bring it up and bring your back up and your head up, pick up a person and slowly bring it down to the floor. Well done. Really, really good. Oh, wow, your backs must be really tired now. So we're going to do 4 more. So if you've got more than 4 people, then pick up 2 or 3 at a time, okay? So ready, other hand, squeeze that back together, bring your head and your back up. Pick up a person or a few and slowly back down to safety. Well done, really, really good job. 3 more. Super work, everyone. Okay, and again, the other hand, bring your back up and your head up and pick up a person or some people and slowly back down to the floor. Well done, really, really good. We've got 2 more. Right, so this time we've got 1 hand and 2 hands, or you're doing 2 of 2 together. And we're going to count down to 5, okay? These people are really, really excited to have you save us. We're going to count down to 5 and give you a big round of applause. So 1 hand, squeeze your back together, bring your head and your back up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wow, that was hard. Really good. And slowly bring them down to safety. Really, really good. And you've got 1 more, everyone. You can do this. We're all going to do it together. Bring up your other hand, bring up your back and your head. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. And take the person and save them. And we've saved all the people. Well done. Really, really good work. Oh, I'm so proud of you all. Okay, you have a rest. I'm going to tell Mum and Dad what we're doing next. So the next one is a Superman pose. We can't forget that we have to pose for the cameras because we're really, really famous. All superheroes are famous. So we're going to be doing we're going to show everyone that we're Superman and pose, okay? Now, I'm going to show you what to do first, so don't worry about joining in yet. We're going to come up. You can get rid of the cushions. We don't need them for this one. And we're going to do 4-point kneeling. Now, if your child is a level 4, or if we've got anyone else with different conditions joining in today, and if your child can kneel and usually uses a cushion or a ball or some type of support under them, then you can use that. And if your child is cerebral palsy level 2 or 3, then you might want to try and do this one without the cushion. And we're going to be doing a Superman pose like this. So again, don't join in yet, I'm just showing you. We're going to come forwards on your hands and your knees. And if we've got anyone joining in today who is a level 1, then you can always put a wobble cushion or a sofa cushion under your knees to make it a little bit wobbly, okay? So we're going to be coming onto your knees, a nice wide base of support, hip width apart knees, 90 degrees at your hips and your ankles. Mum and Dad can help from your hips, and when we're ready, we're not doing it yet, we're going to lift up one arm into a Superman pose, okay? So we've got to really, really squeeze our tummy in for this one. Now we're all going to be starting in a kneeling position. So everyone get ready into kneeling. I'm going to give you all some time. Okay. And I'm sure when we do this pose, we're going to have so much cameras taking pictures of us, so much paparazzi come to take pictures of our amazing work that we've done. I think we must be all over the newspapers for saving all these people. We're doing really, really well, and we're nearly finished, okay? After this one, we've just got one more, and then we're all going to go to sleep, because I'm sure you're really tired. Okay, so when you're ready, you're going to have your knees at hip width apart, and we're going to have knees at 90 degrees, hips at 90 degrees. Come forward and lean with both of your arms, and we're going to count down from 10. Squeeze that tummy in. If you can let your child go, that's great. If you need to, give them some light support at their hips. And again, you can use a pillow or a gimbal under here if it's tricky. So we're going to hold it, we're going to count down from 10, and then we're going to do a Superwoman pose. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Superwoman! Yay! And come back. Oh, and have a rest. That was really, really hard work. Well done. Really good job. And in a minute, when you've had a rest, we're going to do it on your other hand. We need to do a Superman pose from both sides, because we've got cameras taking pictures of us from both sides, okay? So we're going to count down from 10, and this time we're going to lift up your other arm. So when you're ready, come into kneeling, knees hip width apart, knees and hips at 90-degree angle, coming forwards, shoulders leaning through the floor at 90 degrees. And when we're all ready, we're going to count down from 10, and you're going to lift up with the other hand. And I want you to shout so loud that maybe I'll get to hear you from London. Ready? We're going to go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Superwoman! Yay! Well done. Really, 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 really good job. Very good. Okay, have a little rest while I tell Mum and Dad what we're doing next. So this one's a little bit more tricky. So again, we're going to be in our Superman pose position, but slightly different this time. So if your child is a level 3 or 4 cerebral palsy, or maybe has another condition, then you might want to use a gimbal or a cushion for support on this one. It needs a little bit more strength, so we're going to be using a cushion. We're going to come forwards on your hands and your knees again, and this time we're going to see if we can lift up one leg, okay? And this is really good for our hip muscles, for our superhero activities, and for walking and kicking and things like that, okay? Now, if you can lift up your knee a little bit, that's great. That's a really, really good job. And Mum and Dad need to help by holding your hips still. So we're not doing this. We're not moving your trunk. We're not leaning to anything. We are only moving from your hips. So you want your knee to come back, okay? Knee back and hips nice and still. You want to try and make sure you're not in this position. So squeeze that tummy in. So it's a nice straight line and not dipping in the middle. Nice straight bridge. Mum and Dad help by keeping the hips nice and still, and we're going to gently kick out. Now, if we've got any other children here with cerebral palsy level 1 or level 2, then you might be able to do a footprint up on the ceiling by lifting all the way up and the foot on the ceiling. And if your child can do that one, then that's what you're going to be helping them to do. And you might not want to have a cushion under your stomach. So B here is going to use a ball. And this one is to work our bottom muscles. So a good way to tell if your child is working hard or not is you can see the muscles contract around their hip area here. If they are bringing their leg to the side or using their back instead, then they will have an arch in their back, okay? So when we're all ready, we're going to come forward into a kneeling position again. So knees at 90 degrees, hips at 90 degrees, leaning forwards through your arms, okay? And Superman has got some really, really strong leg muscles. And we're just going to bring your leg back and kick, keeping nice and still at your hips, okay? So we're going to do a Superman pose with your leg. And ready, we're going to lift your right leg up and put it back down again, okay? Now, how many of these do you think we can do? I think everyone out there can do maybe one. Do you think one? Let's see if you can prove me wrong. We're going to count to 10, but I don't think any of you can do 10. But you have to let me know, okay? Right, when you're ready, we're going to keep your hips nice and still, and we're going to bring out your leg, your right leg. We're going to go 1. Very good. Work those bottom muscles. 2, 3. Squeeze that tummy in. 4. Make sure you keep your trunk nice and still. 5. Is anyone still going? Has anyone managed 5? I'll be very impressed. 6. 7. Well done. Nearly there, nearly there. 8. Can anyone go to 10? 9. Is anyone going to get 10? And 10. Well done. Really, really, really good job. Right, now if you're on a ball, just rest for a minute on the ball. If you're coming up, then if you're not having a ball, then just come back and sit down for a rest before we do the other leg. B is going to rest on her lovely ball here. Doing such a good job after this. We're very, very nearly finished. Well done. Doing really, really well. And you're all going to make excellent superheroes. Okay, right, so when we're all ready, we're going to come forwards again. So knees hip width apart, nice and stable. Knees and hips 90 degrees. Come forward to lean through your arms if you've not got a ball. Otherwise, stay here at 90 degrees. And this time we're going to bring the other leg out. Now, did anyone manage 10 for that one? We're going to count to 10 again on this one and see if anyone can manage it. See how far you get. Okay, so mum and dad help by keeping hips still. And we're going to bring your leg out and backwards all together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Squeeze that tummy in. Try not to move your trunk. 5, 6. Is anyone still going? Has anyone managed 6? 7, 8. Nearly there, nearly there. 9 and 10. Well done. Really, really, really good job. Okay, come back and have a rest. And this time we can get rid of the cushion or the ball, and you're going to come and lie on your side for a nice rest. Superheroes need to sleep as well because they need loads and loads of energy. But do you know what superheroes do when they're sleeping? I think superheroes even exercise when they're asleep. So for this next activity, we are going to exercise while we're sleeping. Okay, I'm going to join in with this one. So I'm just going to show you what to do, and we're not doing it together yet. And just, if I do fall asleep, can you just wake me up? Because I'm really, really tired after that. Okay, right. So this one, we're going to come on your side. You're going to have your knees bent, your hips bent, and you want your ankles, your hips, and your head all in one nice straight line. And you can either lean up like this, or you can come on the floor, and if you're really, really comfortable, you can have a pillow to sleep on. I'm not going to get a pillow or I might fall asleep. So this one, we want mum or dad holding your child at their hips to keep them nice and still, and also holding your child at their ankles. So mum and dad behind, supporting here and here. Don't do it yet. This is just me showing you. And keeping your hips still, we're going to bring one knee up while we are sleeping, because we're superheroes, so we can exercise and sleep at the same time. Okay, so what you want to look out for is we are not doing this to bring it up with our back, and it is a really, really tricky exercise, so lots of children might find that they have to use their back as well. But what you need to do is just bring up your knee a tiny bit, okay? Even if it's just 1 centimeter, that's still working this side hip muscle here, okay? So make sure back is staying still. Even if it's a tiny little bit you're getting up, no moving from the back or hips or ankles. And you're just going to get it up as high as you can. So all together, we're going to see if we can do 10 from this side, okay? So ready? We're going to hips still, ankles still, and we're going to bring it up, even if it's a tiny bit. All together, we're going to see if we can do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep that trunk nice and still. 5, well done. Has anyone managed 5? 6, you might be able to feel it in your side muscles because it's a really tricky one. 7, and if you've got any shakes doing it, don't worry, that's a good thing. It means you're working the right muscle. 7, 8, oh, sorry everyone. Sorry. What are we up to? Oh, I think I did 10. Yeah, I think I did 10, didn't I? Okay, great. Now you can either face the same side and swap over, or you can just turn over and face the other way. Ready to do the other leg. So see if anyone can do 10 again, just like I did on that one. Okay. So you're going to lie down on your side, hips together, ankles together, mum and dad holding hips and ankles, hips and head all in one straight line. Okay, so remember, no moving from your trunk. We're just lifting your knee up, and even the tiniest little bit is really, really good strengthening for that muscle. And if it's wonky or a bit shaky, that's a good thing. It means you're working the right muscle. Okay, so holding your hip, mum and dad, and we're going to slowly bring that knee up. 1, 2, see if anyone can make 10, 3, very good, keep going, 4, you can probably feel it in your hip now, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, I lost it again. I think I did about 20 that time, didn't I? Right, well done everyone. That's the end of the session today. You've all done a really, really, really good job, and it's been so nice to have you. And Sean, yes, no, these videos are currently not on YouTube, but we are looking to hopefully get them on there soon. I'm just going to go and get a visitor who wants to say hello. And here we have Boris. Boris is working from home today, and he's come to say hello. So, oh, Boris. Here he is. Here's Boris. Say hello. Hello, everyone. He says, well done. He was watching you all. He says, well done, superheroes. Well done. You've all done a really, really, really good job, and it's so nice to have you join us. And all the videos are available afterwards on Facebook for anyone who missed us. Bye-bye and have a really nice day. Well done.